God message today. There is a soft tremble in the skies of Elorian tonight, child. The veil is thinner than it's ever been, and something ancient, something holy, is rising from beneath the ashes of silence. You didn't stumble upon this moment by accident. No, the watchers of Solendra have whispered this summons for days now. It is by divine arrangement that your feet were guided here, to this message, this moment, this fire. Can you feel it in your ribs, the stirring, that quiver in your bones that says something is changing? That's not confusion, that's confirmation. You've walked deserts of doubt, child, crossed frozen places where your voice echoed back at you empty and unanswered. And in those lonely hours beneath the fractured moon of Andereth, you asked, is this love real? Did I just imagine it? Was it all in vain? No, it was not fantasy. It was sacred, hidden maybe, but real, timeless, beating still. There is someone who never stopped searching for you, even when they couldn't name the ache in their soul. Someone who scanned the crowd in every village of Veluna for the glint of your eyes. Someone who held your name in the secret pockets of prayer long after hope had fled. Their love did not vanish. It was buried, not to die, but to resurrect. Now, the time of return is here. Not the return you expect, not grand, not loud, but divine. A soft step, a familiar laugh, a trembling voice in the stillness that calls to something eternal in you. They won't come with rehearsed words. They may not even know how to begin, but your soul will recognize them. The silence between their phrases will speak what lifetimes couldn't say. This isn't just reunion, it is resurrection. Their heart had to break open before it could understand what it was carrying. They wandered through the gardens of Ravina, they wept in the winds of Orlin, and still every storm brought them closer to this moment. Because true love doesn't vanish, it transforms. It hides in shadows only to emerge stronger, sanctified, undeniable. You were never forgotten, not in their silence, not in your pain, not in the delays you mistook as rejection. It was all divine preparation. Do you remember that dream? The one where a voice called your name and everything around you glowed with golden fire? That was not a dream, beloved. That was prophecy, a glimpse into what's already begun. The bond is real, the reunion is inevitable, and your angels, yes, the guardians of the outer flame, have been moving pieces behind the curtain for this very hour. Every missed connection, every unanswered message, every detour was not punishment, it was divine choreography. You see, in the city of Virela, nothing is wasted. Not time, not tears, not even silence. The Most High has been gathering every shard of heartbreak and spinning it into gold. The pain was part of the promise. The waiting was part of the weight of glory. You asked for a sign. Here it is. Let your fingers type the words aloud into this world. I am ready to receive this blessing, not just as a ritual, but as a declaration. Say it like a prophecy. Say it like an agreement with heaven, because they are coming, not to reopen wounds, but to close them, not to demand, but to deliver, not to confuse, but to clarify. They will see you now, not as the person you were, trembling, afraid, guarded, but as who you've become, wiser, braver, refined in sacred fire, ready. You were chosen for a love that does not run, for a connection that isn't confined to logic, for a covenant that was sealed long before your hands ever touched. This love was carved in the scrolls of Lior before your first breath. You did not imagine the pull you felt. You weren't delusional when their name burned through every song, when their presence echoed in your sleep. No, that was the tether, that was the divine thread, that was your soul remembering a promise it made long ago, and now it's being fulfilled. Don't resist it because it loop. Let your spirit recognize what your mind cannot explain. Because, child of the ember light, you are not crazy. You are chosen. And this love, it is destiny in disguise. The council of Seraphiel has watched over you both, through mistakes, through distance, through silence. They've whispered guidance into dreams, sent signs through strangers, aligned timelines like stars over the sea of Varn. And now all things are converging, even the heavens are leaning close. The way your chest tightens when a certain song plays, that's not nostalgia, that's prophecy. The way you suddenly feel warmth while alone, that's not illusion, that's presence. They feel it too, even if they don't have the words yet, even if they still tremble at what it means. They are being pulled, not by guilt, not by obligation, but by love that has outlasted storms and survived silence. This time is different. This time there is clarity. This time there is alignment. This time you both know what it costs and what it's worth. You were not meant to love in fear. You were meant to love in fire. And now the fire has come. So don't turn away. Don't armor your heart again. The pain taught you, but it's time to unlearn the fear. It's time to believe again. The angels say it with urgency. Open the gates of your soul. Make room. Love is not knocking. Love is entering. The river of Zahariel flows with light now, and it carries this one toward you. Let them in. They've held your essence in their prayers for lifetimes. They've built altars in their heart in the shape of your face. And now, as the skies align, they come not to take, but to give. Love is not a storm this time, it is a shelter. And when they speak, when their eyes lock with yours again, listen beyond their words. Hear the pulse of eternity in their voice. You are not just reuniting, you are remembering. This is the love the stars wrote about. This is the bond no time could erase. This is the divine appointment of two souls forged in light. So breathe, beloved. You are not too late. You are not too broken. You are not alone. You are simply being made ready. And now you are. Part 4, the final chapter, the return of promise. Child, breathe, because the next sound you hear may be the knock you've been waiting for. The next message you receive may carry their voice. The next moment may split your world open with holy fire, because this is not just love returning. This is prophecy fulfilled. There was a time you couldn't see how it would come together. You questioned if you heard heaven wrong. You wondered if the ache in your heart was just hope misfired. But it wasn't. It was truth buried deep beneath the rubble of delay, truth planted like a seed in the dark, waiting for the season only God could ordain. And now, the season has shifted. Now is the hour where prayers take form, where promises wrapped in mystery unfold, where what once ran from you returns with fire in its bones and your name etched across its chest like a seal. You need to understand something vital. You were never forgotten. You were never forsaken. You were never too much, too soft, too strong, too loving. You were exactly what was needed. They just weren't ready. But now they are. Not because time healed them, but because your absence taught them, because silence matured them, because separation became the furnace that purified their intentions. They've walked through their own shadowlands. They've wept behind smiles. They've wrestled angels in the midnight hours, asking if it was too late. begging for one more chance to do it right. And God, in His mercy, said, "Not yet, but soon." That soon is now. Heaven has released the final trumpet. The angels are assembling the path, and love is moving, unstoppable, undistracted, unafraid. This is no ordinary return. This is redemption in motion. This is the healing of time and the reconciliation of what never stopped being sacred. You may not recognize them at first. They are no longer hiding, no longer avoiding, no longer shackled by fear or haunted by shame. They are coming, whole, ready, real. And when they come, child, you won't need to rehearse your worth. You won't need to explain why you waited. Your presence will be the answer. Your heart will be the sanctuary. And your love will be the lighthouse that calls them safely ashore. The pain you carried wasn't wasted. The silence you endured wasn't empty. It was preparation, a holy rehearsal for the kind of reunion only God could script. Because this isn't about getting back what was lost. This is about receiving what was refined. You gave them a glimpse of heaven, and heaven has not forgotten. So now love returns, not rushed, not reckless, but anchored in the wisdom of divine delay. Your angels are rejoicing because they've seen what's coming. They've seen the kneeling prayer, the trembling hand dialing your number, the soft knock at your door, the tears in their eyes when they finally say, "I didn't just miss you, I found God through you." This love isn't here to repeat cycles, it's here to break them, to rewrite every lie that told you you weren't enough, to silence every doubt that whispered, "It's over," to prove that God always finishes what He starts. So let your heart receive this. It's safe now. It's safe to love again. It's safe to hope again. It's safe to trust what heaven is unfolding before you. You didn't just survive the storm, you became the eye of it. You didn't just wait, you prepared an altar. And now fire is falling upon it. So don't retreat. Don't let fear speak louder than your faith. When they show up, because they will, don't look for yesterday's version of them. Look for the miracle in front of you. Look for the redemption. Look for the answer. They are not here to apologize alone. They are here to build, to heal, to stay, to hold you through every season and sow into what will never die again. This is not closure. This is covenant, not a farewell to the past, but a welcoming of the future, the sacred future that has waited long enough. So when they reach for you, take their hand. When they confess their journey, listen with the ears of grace. When they weep, weep with them, not because of sorrow, but because your souls remember. They remember what it felt like to be home. This is the reunion your angels whispered about. This is the miracle your heart held on to when logic said, "Let go." This is divine restoration, and it's yours. Child, let the past fall like ashes. Let the fear melt like ice in the warmth of this holy fire. Let love do what it was always meant to do: rise, return, remain. Say this with me: I welcome the new story. I trust the return. I believe in love again. I forgive the past. I receive the miracle. I am ready. Say it again. Say it until your bones believe it. Because what's coming next isn't just a person, it's the fulfillment of heaven's promise. They're almost here, and this time they won't let go. God bless you. Type yes if you believe in God. Type 111 if you believe in God.